Hi you guys, thanks so much and welcome back. Great to be back out here with you. This is the channel that's got it all. You guys, mental health, movement, motivation. You know how we like to start. If you haven't made your wish, please do so. You guys, I'm encouraging that you stop. Make your wishes every day. Don't fall out of touch and out of tune with your goals and aspirations because of the times that we find ourselves in now. I want to get right into our content for today. I want to talk about 3 very dangerous agreements that you can make right now that will truly adversely impact your life well beyond COVID-19. It's kind of a straight between the eye commentary that I'm coming to you with. And you guys, those agreements are, number 1, that COVID, you're at a complete loss because COVID-19 is in the driver's seat and you're at the mercy. That second agreement is that you are alone. That is it's a very lethal agreement, you guys, because it will lead you right into chronic feelings of loneliness that are detrimental for your mental health. And you guys, that third and final agreement is agreeing that you are helpless and that you cannot do anything to help and support yourself at this time. 3 very dangerous agreements, and I want to peel them apart one by one. And what I want to do for you during this time, you guys, is really give you the ammo, give you the ammunition. This channel, this is really not just about, I want to see you survive, because let's face it, you know, a slug at the bottom of the river can do that. COVID-19 or not, I really want to see everyone thriving. You guys, the store is not closed. The store is not closed to thriving. It has everything to do with what you agree with. There's a lot of people that I'm supporting now, that I've talked to. You guys, it's not the COVID-19 that is the issue for them. It's not the COVID-19, you guys. It's what they've come into agreement with. Because whatever you agree with, you guys, you've literally opened the door up. You've opened the door up for manifestation. Let's go with that first dangerous agreement. Agreeing that COVID-19 is in the driver's seat. I had a colleague, it's about 3 weeks or so, called me crying the blues, singing the blues. Oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do. This, that, and the third. You know, COVID-19 has come in here. And you guys, you know that the compassion is there, but I don't have a lot of tolerance for people complaining right now, especially. You're going to tell me that your field is helping people and you're at a loss for what to do right now. She literally got out of the driver's seat of her life. She got out of the driver's seat of her life and she turned it over. She turned it over to COVID-19. She asked me, "What are you doing? How are you doing?" I said, "I'm thriving. This is an atmosphere where people need help. I have more work than I can shake a stick at." And you know what? I've had people, you don't have to be in a mental health field to be creative. Friend of mine, within 3 weeks, you guys, 21 days, actually less than that, started up a delivery service. Matched his income. Do you know why? Because he didn't turn over the keys of his life to COVID-19. You cannot do it. I want to talk to you a little bit about what a hyper stress reaction will do for your thought process. And this is why one of the main things that I advise anyone to do when you're kind of in crisis mode, there's been a shock, you got to give yourself a minute, but you need to come into a calmer state of mind. Why do I say that? Because when you throw yourself into a fight, flight, or freeze response because you're completely panicked, you literally short circuit your thought process. You can't think clearly. You can't even calm down to see opportunities that are available for you. There are a lot of people right now who are missing key opportunities. The solutions to the problems are there, but because they are hyped up or depressed, they can't think clearly, they can't slow down to see the possibilities, they're making bad decisions. So again, if you get out of the driver's seat and you turn your future over and your life over to COVID-19, you guys, you're going to be at a loss. It's just that simple. Can't stress it enough. Fight, flight, or freeze syndrome is an issue. First thing you need to do is get a hold of your emotions and calm down and breathe. Who is in the driver's seat? What is in the driver's seat? Well, we all have to decide for ourselves. But you guys, for my money, it's my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I'm telling you right now, you guys, people are being attacked left and right. There are so many, not even so many. What's happening with COVID in my eyes, this is purely spiritual. Yes, we have financial issues, but that's just an outlay of what is going on spiritually. If you attempt to mount this fight yourself, I'm not going to tell you that you can't do it, but if you want to be successful with it, you know, I can't stress it enough, you guys. Reignite, reaffirm that partnership. Reignite that partnership, guys, with God, because there are aspects of what is happening. You know, I see it every day. It's far beyond. It is far beyond reason. People are scratching their heads. They don't have answers. Scientists, politicians. No, you don't have the answer because the solutions are going to come from one place, you guys. And if you're not tapped in, to source, that is a block in and of itself. You are seeing people, for as many people as I'm seeing struggle right now, I'm seeing a lot of folks just thrive. Brilliant ideas, businesses popping up. They have the wherewithal to support themselves, support their community. You guys, you don't get that kind of energy on your own steam, guys. That comes from a source greater than you and I. I'm telling you, reaffirm and hit the refresh button on the partnership, guys. It is absolutely the pathway, a clear pathway to elevation at this time. I'm not gonna lie, I've certainly had a couple moments here in the last 4 months. But you know what? Each and every time, guys, I'm renewed. That's why I can come out here, be consistent, continue to knock the ball out of the park, because I'm not in agreement. I'm not in agreement that the earth is opening up and swallowing me in it. I refuse to agree with that. And you know what, you guys? If it does, I'm going to go down serving, doing what I love, with a healthy, whole mind, body, and spirit. Check your mindset. Check your mindset, and I'll say it one more time. Check your mindset. I want to get into this second agreement, and that's the agreement that you are alone, that you are lonely, that you are isolated. A lot of people think isolation and loneliness is much more of a physical circumstance and condition. You guys, I come at it a little bit differently. I feel in my heart that to really be susceptible to the kind of depression and anxiety that loneliness and isolation can produce, you really have to deeply agree that you are alone, that there is no hope for you, there's no community, there's no camaraderie. In other words, emotionally, mentally, when you set yourself apart, how would you feel connected to anything? You know, I've had people, six or seven children, they're around people every day. A lot of folks love them. They have plenty of things to do. And they'll say to me, Sheila, I'm suffering. I feel isolated. I'm depressed. So what do you say about that one, guys? It's mindset, because they have separated themselves out, number one, from their creator, from the Christ consciousness. That's a membership in a community all itself. And once you have that mindset going, you will easily miss opportunities to connect. You will miss that. I've had people say, Sheila, I'm isolated, I'm alone. You send them an invitation to join a Zoom call or to have a chat, and they turn it down. Why do they turn it down, guys? They turn it down because the mindset, the narrative that they have repeated to themselves over and over again is, you are alone, this is how it's going to be, sit here in this house, no one is interested in chatting with you and talking with you. So then an opportunity comes to connect, you guys, and they've built up such a reservoir of just negativity and toxic energy around themselves that they can't even see and embrace a wonderful opportunity to connect. So you can start to see, guys, that what you come into agreement with, your personal mindset and your narrative, is truly going to not just dictate how you do and how you experience life right now in the midst of COVID-19. This is going to end. This era that we're living through is going to end. And you guys, the same mindset that you have now, that you've cultivated, you'll have it a year and a half from now or 2 years from now. That's why I constantly tell folks, this is everyday work. This is not just, today I feel like attending to my mental health, my mindset. It's everyday work to really build up that strong muscle and those reserves that you need to power forward. And I want to talk about this last point. The last agreement that's very dangerous is coming into an agreement that you're helpless, coming into an agreement that you're helpless. You guys, there's a whole body of work that talks about feelings around helplessness. A feeling of helplessness, I can't do anything about it, is disempowering. I have seen time and time again, I think most of you know that I started my career, I was working on an oncology unit, and this just gives you a little bit of an idea of the power of mindset. And all the patients that I was working with, they were stage 4 cancer patients, so most of them were, we're all dying, but they were actively dying, and they could potentially see a date of death right in front of them. And on multiple occasions, I would have someone say, you know what, I need to hold on. My daughter is coming from Texas. I need to hold on for 10 more days or for 5 more days. And I saw them do it every time. They did not surrender to death until they were good and ready. They didn't feel that they were helpless in that moment. But this is the interesting part. Inevitably, when that family member came for that final visit that they wanted, that they were waiting for, sometimes within minutes, generally within 24 hours, you guys, that was it. They literally surrendered, and death came. I would submit to you that coming into the agreement that you are helpless, it is a form of death. This is why you will see many times someone will lose a loved one, they will lose a job, there will be a major loss. One of the reasons I tell people immediately, find a way to get some movement into your life. Find a way to do something like a living memorial. Wrap purpose and momentum around the future. Something that's going to propel you forward. You guys, because without that, in a sense that you have some level of control, some level of power over your destiny, then you tell me what is the purpose to be here in the first place? If we have no control, no say-so in it and how we think and what occurs, why don't we all just sit down right here by this river and just call it a day? What I'm saying doesn't make sense to you, and I hope it doesn't resonate with you, because it's not logical. It's not logical. We came here. Life is, to me, just a series of choices strung together. And I will say to you before, I've said it again, if you choose out of your own free will to lay down now and roll over, that's something you're going to have to live with, or not. Because to me, what follows after someone just gives up, what will follow immediately after that is a downward spiral. It is so important to get some momentum in front of you. I've seen people, and maybe they didn't know exactly what they were going to do in response to COVID-19, but guess what, guys? They got up every day making calls, movement. Things started to happen, and I'm watching things fall in place for these people, guys. You know why? Because there's a natural reward. There's a natural reward for forward and positive movement. You can't miss. You cannot miss. Something is going to happen. You guys, in some cases, you may meet someone and there's an opportunity they can lead you to. A relationship may develop for you that is a silver lining. I don't know. I can go on and on and on. I mean, it's happened to me. It's happened to me in the last 30 days. I cannot tell you, just by forward movement, staying connected to people, looking at key opportunities, trying my best to be a positive light in the world, little golden nuggets are dropping in, guys. Goodie packages of all shapes and sizes. So, you guys, in a nutshell, these are the 3 agreements that you want to stay away from. Get out of agreement that you are at the mercy of COVID-19. Come out of agreement that you are alone and helpless. You can even formulate your own agreements, guys. You can come up with your own agreements. I had an agreement 2 weeks ago. I formulated an agreement that this was going to be the most bountiful time in my life in terms of up-leveling my mindset. I agreed with myself this would be the most bountiful time in my career of elevating others. I want to literally quadruple the amount of people that I'm serving each month on my platforms. I agree with that. I agree that COVID-19 is a season of transformation. You guys, it's a season of transformation. I'm not delusional. I do see what is going on, the realities around me, but I do not agree that I'm going into a dark vortex as a result. Yes, COVID-19 has knocked on my door, and I have certainly answered. I have certainly answered that call with a positive, uplifting response. This filled with all manner of momentum. So you guys, I invite you to do the same. It's very appropriate that I'm ending this video at the waterfall. I invite you to make a final wish. As I was walking, you guys, I've probably passed like 200 people. Some of these people are looking like, what is this woman doing? I really don't care. I really don't. I'm just at the point in my evolution. I feel such a strong conviction to get this support, motivational messages out to you. So everyone at the park, look on. So I want you to make a final wish, guys. I'll connect with you soon. I'm gonna be back out at the park later this week with some more motivational messages. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time.